Hi, my name is Donovan Naum Valles, and the name of the poster is Design of Learning Environments Based on Augmented Reality from a Gamification Approach Fusisates. The introduction that we have here is that currently public educational entities in the state of Aguascalientes don't have a gamified academic training program for students with learning disabilities. Therefore, this augmented reality project has been started, which consists of the creation of a practical, didactic, and technologic academic program and complementary to each of the subjects with an environment as if were a video game, or also call it a gamification environment. However, this type of approach has not yet been well developed. The great aspect that are useful within school science they have as a means of training a traditional education in which the whole class is developed in an environment towards the teacher where only he can provide examples, exercises, methods, ideas which not all should be developed by the teacher and integrate more students in order to avoid problems in classroom, such as lack of empathy and apathy towards others. School buildings making the repercussions that their academic training is a little more narrow and dependent on a teacher that the student is dependent only on the subject and school content. We can also add the misinformation and false news from media such as television, radio, or social networks make the type of approach much less since because they make this issue a problem in which parents should focus so that their children take a more rudimentary education as their main education without negliging that they can both entertain the students in a way in which they could spend hours. So that is they understood that they are not only going to play, but they are also learning by playing. And we have here the figure 1 that is in the school. The methodology gamification is a learning technique that transfers the mechanism of games to educational professional field in order to achieve better results, either to better absorb some knowledge, improve some skills, or reward specific actions, among many other objectives. This type of learning is gaining ground in training methodologies to its playful nature, which facilitates the internalization of knowledge in a more fun way, generating a positive experience for the user. And we have here another figure that is figure 2, and it's about the gamification. Theoretical framework. Let A be a subset of a universe are somewhat like sets whose elements have degrees of membership. Fuzzy sets were introduced independently by Lofty A. Sede and the other Klawa in 1965 as an extension of the classical notion of set. At the same time, Sally in 1965 defined a more general kind of structure called an L relation, which he studied in abstract algebraic context fuzzy relations which are now used throughout fuzzy mathematics and has application in areas such as linguistic, decision making, and clustering are special cases of L relations when L is the unit interval. The objective function used in both algorithms is to minimize the mean of students. And we have here the algebraic context. And also we have here in the figure 3 the fuzzy sets, which is the best student, and this one, the normal student, and the bad student. And the overall objective is design a virtual reality learning based environment based on the gamification methodology for students who have learning disabilities in the schools as a support method. Learn in a more motivation way and the different knowledge, develop specific skills to carry out concrete action in real life. Results: most students have understanding problems, therefore this statistic help a lot to understand that the student need help and practicality with the subjects to be able to pass them in a way with a video game. Understand it not only because it activates their cognitive characteristic, but also it is to mean of entertainment for young and old people. We have here the results in the few sets with mean compositions of students that have problems. There's the figure 4, the mean composition, and we have here the figure 5, that is students that doesn't have problems with the subjects. And the conclusions: the study is extremely important in the life of a person to obtain adequate and useful knowledge for individual and social needs. Although many young people consider it a routine, studying is a lifelong tool that allows to develop better as a people and to understand many things that are sometimes ignored. Getting closer to science, culture, art, and values, developing intellectual capacities to face the complex and diverse situations with which modern society challenge us, and favor social and labor inclusion, which we will then use to our advantage to achieve a better social and economic status. Bye.